Going on YouTube? Street Riders 209 here. Another review video. What I have for you guys today is a 42-inch AUXBEAM. This actually is the X-type light bar. So 240 watt light bar. As you guys can tell, obviously it's not like most light bars. It's totally different. That is because this light right here has 3 different styles in it. Obviously the first thing you notice is the red. Alright, so if you guys can see, they're in separate orders, separate sections. Every one of them has 4 different plastic covers. If you guys can tell the difference, this over here is the flood and this here is the spot. Alright, so the whole light bar has the 4D hyper lens, which gives you a more intensified light. It actually a little bit further. It draws a little bit further away than most regular Cree lights. Again, these have 80 Cree chips in it, at 3 watts a piece. This is definitely new right here. You guys, it's just a tiny little slot, but what that is there is your daytime running lights. What do I mean by daytime running lights? Obviously, we all know that most cars come with daytime running lights. The Chevys, it's that the light right next to the turn signal, and those are automated. They come on their own. Yes, the sensor catches daylight, they're on. And that's the term, daytime running lights. So I'm not 100% sure what the legality is on those when it comes to your specific area. So you might still want to go in and check with your local sheriff's department or police department to see what that is, but on your specific region. But I personally, I'm gonna ride around with these things on. They are, let me see, wrong button. There you go. They are bright, but they are not that bright. In other words, I don't see why that would be an issue with somebody driving down the road with those on and then having people flash their lights at them. The other lights, bright, that is, you guys can tell the difference right there. This is the flood light. Specific areas are way brighter than those areas. You guys could tell instantly. This is more of an even setup that's focused. So here's the term, the spotlight versus the floodlight. One really cool thing that they did on here, so I have here, you could purchase different colors. You could purchase, I think, blue, green, red, this amber, and then obviously just leave it as is with the clears. Those are extremely easy to install and take off. I already did it on a couple of them, but basically just hard with one hand, slide it in place, snap. Let me hold this with the other hand. Snap. All right, there we go. So as you guys can tell, you guys can replace all 4 sections. I don't have the other 3 sections for this. I only got the one. I screwed up the order somehow, but I have to get another set. I'm gonna try to get some green ones because that's really what I want. Also, you could mix and match, obviously, just like this is here. You could have spot in the 2 centers, shooting out a further light right in the middle of your view, and have flood on the edges like this setup was, I like, and it'll dissipate the light towards your right and your left. In my opinion, this red would look good on a specific color car. Obviously it's not going to look that great on every truck, but I don't know, maybe they'll come up with different colors eventually too on that. You can also just, you know, plasti dip them. I don't know, you got paint them, do whatever you want. But I might go green on those. I don't know. I still think it's crazy how they look pretty wild with the red. I kind of see maybe how they got the X in the name. But one thing about these two is they come with two separate bolting systems. You can bolt them up from the bottom. That's what you get the 3 brackets with. Get the hardware for that. Or you can bolt them on from the sides, just like with these original black brackets. One thing already I could tell is that you would have an issue is if you want to mount this light bar over your windshield. You're either gonna have to bolt straight through to the bottom of the you know, over the roof, or you're gonna have to modify some brackets somehow. Personally, what I would do is get some 1/8 inch steel, find the shape that you want, and then transfer punch this hole and this hole and this hole, and then just cut this out with a grinder. You know, that way you can still have that adjustment on them. One other thing too, you guys could see, this comes with 3 different cables, as the original ones come with 2. The reason for that is, if you guys noticed earlier, I turned on 2 separate lights, daytime running lights, and I turned on the other lights. That's because of this control right here. It's a 2-switch control that also comes from AUXBEAM. This runs about 17 bucks. Controls the big lights or the little lights. You choose. You can also, I would probably, depending on how I mount this, put some kind of a label on it to make sure I got the right lights on. Not that you wouldn't notice instantly by turning them on, because even in the daytime, because most of you guys know, you guys flip your light bar on in the daytime, you can still actually see it. We're gonna do some tests a little bit later on when it's dark outside. I want to show you guys the difference between the flood and the spot. I will probably slap these on too. I wish I had all 4 of those. I don't. That way you guys can see what the whole light looks like in a totally different color. You get your bolting system, your Allen wrenches, all your screws that you need. You don't have to worry about any of that. This wiring kit though is different because it does come with 2 separate relays, since you have 2 separate lights or light systems. So that's a good thing that was taken into consideration, that everything's on its own unit. 2 fuses also. I shouldn't forget to mention that. So it comes with 2 fuses. And the same easy install, you know, 2 positives, 2 negatives. This is IP67 rated, so it is water and dust resistant, also shock proof and anti-corrosion. Just like, I mean, you can find all that in the descriptions though, but it's just good to know that if you put this on your car or off-road truck, you'll be bouncing around all over the rocks, everywhere in the hills, and then it's just gonna stop working, you know. So you want to make sure you get something that's pretty robust. That's rated for over 30,000 hours of life. So, but let me take off all of these right here. I'll show you guys how the light looks without those little covers. Alright, so literally just a few seconds. The covers are off. You guys can see it just looks like your regular old light bar. I'm gonna go right now, and I am gonna take off one of those plastics so I can show you what it looks like with just your little bolts put on. Alright guys, so I removed all the little screws. It's a little bit time consuming. If you have a electric drill or something, use that. The only thing about that is that you might strip the little the little inserts, little Allen inserts on that. So you might want to take your time and do it by hand. So this is what it looks like. Plastic just kind of comes off. You guys can tell it's got the seal underneath there. So when you guys put these back, you got to make sure that they're nice and snug. So this is the plastic piece that is on there. This is the piece that are more likely people like me that like to have things look a little bit different, gonna take off and paint to match their cars, maybe a specific color. Me, I would probably do this like in a lime green, or I don't know if I can get like the shocker yellow on here. That would look pretty crazy, I think. It feels pretty strong. It's not like cheap plastic. You can kind of feel that it's got a little bit of bend to it, so it should withstand against the sun. I hope that's not something that dries out soon, since you guys put this on your cars. They're usually going to be out in the sun all the time. So now we're gonna step it up and go outside and light this sucker up so you guys can see the brightness on this. You guys can see the daytime running lights in action, as well as they're called Eagle Eye, but I believe there's also the 4D hyper lens, and that's just the half dome like a fisheye. I think they're called different ways in different places, but ultimately they're all the same thing. This just projects the light a lot further. It's like a magnifying glass almost. I'm trying to think if I'm forgetting anything I want to share with you guys about this light. So that's pretty much it. Let me jump to the night test so you guys can check it out. Alright guys, so we're out here in the country. I'm going to show you guys the light. Now take in consideration, on the half of the light on the right side you have the spot, and on the left side you have the flood with the little lenses. So here it is. You guys can see the spotlight definitely on the right side. It goes on for a while. It's very, very bright. I'm about to shut it off and turn on the daytime running lights. Those are the daytime running lights. You can actually look right on them and they don't blind you at all. So that was definitely a good setup for that. You actually have some decent visibility also, but mainly what the focus is for that is that you have some kind of light as you're driving during the day if you don't have your lights on. I'm not sure if that would be legal in your city. You might have to find out. What's your local authorities or police department and find out what the regulations are on that. Alright guys, I'm about to kick on the light. I removed the lenses on the left, so now it's all spotlight. Huge difference. Very, very bright. Lights up pretty far back there. Light is much concentrated. Insane. I want to say that light actually lights up as much as my 50-inch regular. So those 4D hyperlens definitely help it. Okay, what you're about to see right now is I only have one set of the amber covers instead of all four, but I'm going to give you guys a little demo. See how that looks orange? See the difference? Center is spot, left is kind of orangey, but it's mainly flood also, and the right side is definitely orange, amber. You guys can see. I recommend these lights. There you go. You can see the amber right there. So if you were to replace all of these on all four areas, this would definitely bright up amber, really insane amber. You know, you would turn that whole front end of the car, as well as the whole area up there, into orange. You could still have your clear daytime running lights. Alright guys, so there you have it. Quick little demo. I really wish I'd had all the lenses to fill out this light bar. But as it comes with 2 clears, and then I screwed up the order on these and only got 1 pair. It was just very more of an idea, so you can see kind of what it looks like. They will be coming out with different colors of these. I believe blue, green, red, I think. Not 100% sure on the red, but the orange, obviously. I like that they added these daytime running lights. To me, they're pretty helpful. I commute a lot through a lot of those country roads. So I mean, if I was to have those on, I doubt that I'd get flashed at or pulled over for it. I would still have to go see with law enforcement in my area. But I like it. That's definitely a thumbs up on that. As far as the 4D hyper lens or the fisheye, those things, you guys clearly saw how they shoot that insane ball of light. You know, it focuses really on one area, but if you aim it out towards the distance, it definitely catches really far. I just kind of wish that you guys actually were with me so you guys can see what I see, because on the camera it's not the same. And I've said that pretty much on every video, just because I can't stress enough how the difference that I see on my camera lens and the difference that I see in person is like night and day. So I can't tell you guys to purchase this and try it for your own, but I mean, if that's something that you guys were wanting to pick up, definitely you're not gonna hate this. You're gonna love this. Keep it up, AUXBEAM, bringing out those great products. I like that we're not just stuck with the same old plain light bar anymore. You know, we have a little bit of variety of different things to customize and mess around and do. I can't wait to see about getting some green ones like this and throwing them up there and seeing how that green light looks. One final look. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope this video kind of helps you guys out on deciding whether you should get this 42-inch light bar or not. I definitely recommend it. And have a good one. Thank you for watching.